A very good morning to you out there, community. You are tuned into The Voice, your community online radio station. It's exactly 5 minutes past the hour of 10. We are running a little bit late behind schedule, but be that as it may, God bless us with another beautiful day. And this morning we have a very, very important guest in studio, and we're going to cut straight to the chase because we are running late. It's our very own Councillor Marilyn Smouse, and she represents us as a councillor, making sure that things just go right in this community. Councillor, straight to the chase. Good morning, welcome. Thank you for coming into the studio and have a
Mr. Said, Mr. Abrams. I always get that one wrong because I'm so used to Said. Thank you for hosting me. Thank you for gracing me to be on your radio show this morning. Apologies for also being a little bit late, but that's the work of a councillor. We're always on the ground, and there's always for me being a little late.
And with us in studio is our very good friend, always availing his time, Mr. Bevan Shelton. Good morning, sir. Thank you for once again coming into The Voice.
Well, good morning, and thank you so much once again to the listeners and the viewership for always just being supportive of what we're doing in the community. So it's good for us to be here. Councillor, thank you so much for taking become much wiser as we listen to the wisdom that will emanate from you. I think just to kick off immediately, no, because knowledge is power. We see a lot of people saying a lot of things on social media without having facts and not knowing how things work. So I think for the purposes of our community and the listenership out there, please advise people, who is Councillor Marilyn Smouse and what is the job description in very short of a councillor?
Okay. Good morning to you too, Mr. Shelton, and good morning to the viewers. My name is Councillor. Let me be specific. It's Beverly Marilyn Smouse, but yeah, a lot of people use this Marilyn, and I love Marilyn. Not that I dislike Beverly, but yeah. So it's Beverly Marilyn Smouse, representing Ward 82. Ward 82 is, I cover the areas of Bosmont, New Clay, Claremont, a section of Councillor Genevieve Sherman on the one side, myself on the other side.
Correct.
So people also need to understand that. So I'm the representative from the Patriotic Alliance, but serving the entire Ward 82, irrespective of your political affiliation. That is my job.
Wow. In a nutshell.
In a nutshell.
So people need to understand that there's Marilyn Smouse, the PA member, and Marilyn Smouse, the councillor. So this morning we are speaking to the councillor of Ward 82, representing everybody.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Like I said, I'm a representative of the Patriotic Alliance, but I serve the broader community.
Correct. Because
everybody.
You can't get into municipality if you are not a party member.
Yes.
And your party happens to be the Patriotic Alliance.
Yes,
which
sir.
brings us to the reason why you are in the studio this morning. Because again, the same misconception is also laid on the minister. We see all people saying all kinds of things about the minister because they have a certain feeling about his membership of his party. So now they misconstrue the fact that this guy is not for all of South Africa. He's representing his party according to people. Can you please allay that misconception?
Are we speaking about the Minister of Happiness?
Oh, the one and only, yes.
If I may, Minister Gayton McKenzie is a representative. He's the president of the Patriotic
Right.
Alliance, but he's also, in that very same breath, he's the Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture for the country,
Yes.
the entire country. So people should stop, because why? We've never had ministers coming to the area, so everybody will have their own feel, they would have their own say. But I must say, the Minister of Happiness is doing a great thing.
I love that
Great
title.
job, yes.
Happiness.
Yes. And if he comes out to the communities, he don't come out as the president of the Patriotic Alliance. He comes out of the Minister of Sports in the entire country.
And that is what happened on Friday.
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about Friday, because like you said, ministers don't readily just come in that capacity.
No.
They only come in when they're already out of their offices, and then they want to come and get votes. Isn't that the
Yes,
case?
that's the case.
So I heard him say when he spoke to Said, when people wanted his vote, or rather when he wanted the people's vote, he came. And now that he's in the position, he came back. So let's talk about why Dowling.
Okay, so last year when the Minister of Sports was here at the Marilyn Stadium, also unveiling that stadium, whoever was there prior to him taking office, so they came out, remember, it was a white elephant, the Marilyn Stadium.
Correct.
Then the minister came out, we cried to him to say that we have so few sporting facilities in the area. He then came out, we did a few works there, or let's say his office did a few work there, and then it was the unveiling. He invited us, because I remember we invited the councillor of Ward 69 as well, and the reason why they invited me as well to that launch, it's because why some of my residents, the demarcation called Duplessis Street.
Correct.
There's residents on that side that utilizes the Westbury Recreation Centre, that utilizes the Oval, the Mabaling Stadium, so they called us in. It's on most occasions, if there is something, we get called in together because of our demarcation.
right.
Yeah. We share the ward, myself and Councillor Genevieve Sherman.
Right.
So yes, then when we were there, I spoke to the minister about the vacant spaces that we have in and around the area. I actually spoke to him about the Union Stadium.
Okay.
Because that's one of them that lies close to my heart. I mean,
Historical value.
Historical value. I'm a child of the soil, born and bred in Westbury and surrounding areas. I mean, I attended my primary school at Nuclear Primary. I was one of the athletes running on that
There we go.
track. Ek moet sê, ek was nogal school.
You go, girl.
and yes, then we also had the drum majorettes from the school. I mean, we used that Union Stadium. So that is something that my children, you know, me being 25, my children also maybe being 25 and older, my children don't even know the Union Stadium because currently it's a shell. And I spoke to the minister with regards to that one because nothing has been done to the Union Stadium. It's weg. It's gone.
It's heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking. It's gone. So I spoke to him about it, and he said we will look at it, and he will go back to his office, and they will come and they will see what they can do. Just a couple of weeks after that launch of the Mabaling, the minister's office contacted me. They said that there is something that the minister and his office is rolling out. All over.
Nationally,
nationally
yeah.
in the 9 provinces,
Yes.
which was the combi courts.
Correct.
That's happening now. The minister said to me that there's one combi court that they want to come and do in the area of Westbury. I spoke to the minister and I said to the minister, Minister, I cannot accept one combi court because if we look at the school, we've got 7 schools just this
Yes.
side. Of Ward 82. So which school am I going to choose? I sat down and I was thinking that which school are we going to use. Then I looked at Nuclear Primary School, where there's also not a lot being done. But
And it's your roots.
It's my roots, yeah. And I said I don't want to seem biased because it's the school that I have attended. There was a little bit of a playground and some space for them there. And then I went to Everest School. Everest School was revamped.
Yes.
I looked at Bosmont School, GR Harris, Also nice. No football field, but at least facility, but at least there was some playing area. Then I looked at Bosman Primary. They've got a sport field there, also not very well looked after, but at least there was something, which brought me to Claremont Primary. There was also a little bit of something there. Then I came to Dowling, and there was absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I must tell you, Dowling is still one of the schools that was never revamped. They still have that old asbestos classes and everything there. So I went and I said to the minister, the only school that I can think of is Dowling Primary. That's where I started from last year, engaging the school principal and everybody else to say that this is what is going to be done. Yes, it was a little bit of a bietjie lank uitgestrek, because why even Noordgesig unveiled their comic book before mine, and I started before them. But yeah, with all the hiccups, that's where the minister found himself last week, coming out not because it is a PA governed ward, but he's the Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, serving the entire country.
I just said that to somebody the other day as well, because the person said, yeah, why is he only servicing PA wards? And I asked him the question, are you telling me that everybody in Ward 82 or 69 or wherever, 69, all the people there are DA members? Do you want to tell me in Ward 68, everybody is ANC members? Everybody in 72 are PA members. How does this work? You know?
In 82.
In 82, sorry. So I took him on that, because not everybody living in a particular area are all from one party. This is servicing the people. And that is why I like what you said at the beginning. You are the representative of the PA in the local government structure. But you have a responsibility to make sure that everybody in the community is serviced. So coming back to the sports, arts and culture minister coming to Westbury, what has the response on the ground been? What did you get from people when you brought him here?
No, a lot of people was happy. You know, we're always in life. Nie almal hou van appels nie.
True.
Nie almal hou van pere nie. So that will happen. Not everybody is happy with the ward councillor, not everybody of their choice, not everybody is happy with the Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, but ons gaan aan, my broer.
Yes.
Die werk moet aangaan, and we serve accordingly. We don't choose who do we serve.
Yes.
We don't only just serve members of the Patriotic Alliance or the Democratic Alliance, we serve equally and accordingly.
I think that one has now been cleared up. So if you still don't understand how governance work, please go and ask your school fees back while you're at it, because then they didn't teach you comprehension at school. It is important that we be as blunt as we possibly can, because it becomes tedious and it also becomes dangerous. We've seen councillors being killed. We've seen politicians taking each other out for position. We've seen members of communities throughout the country acting violently because they don't understand governance, leader. So, for you who are tuned in, you are listening and watching us in studio at the Voice Community Online Radio Station. You can contact us with your questions for the councillor, or if you want to say something, please, by all means, do share what is on your heart. She's here. You can shoot straight. We know it's election. It's election year, but I don't think this is election yearing when you're serving people and living out the mandate that has been given to you. So Councillor, what we also would like to know, maybe just a little bit off the topic from the minister, because there's so many tedious issues that are niggling our people out there. Please explain to our people the water situation, because I know somebody will ask, hey, but why didn't Mr. Shakes ask this woman about the water? And it's such a dire need right now. Talk to us, please, what's going on there?
What do we want to hear about the water?
Why is it still off?
Certain areas. Remember, we came also last year when I just took office. Remember, Marilyn Smouse is only a councillor. I'm just in office for a year and 4 months, to be correct. When I came in already, our areas had this issue of the water. So Joburg Water brought in the project that's currently in the area that came from the Hursteel, the Job
Yes,
Water
I remember.
project. So on that project, they are busy. Currently, if we are speaking of today, the project is suspended because of non-payments from Joburg Water. So Mapitsi just suspended their
So when you say non-payment, who has not been paying?
the city.
Okay, let's talk about
The
that.
city. That is something I want us to have an interview with regards to this.
Okay.
Some people come out and they fight with the councillors,
Yes.
which we don't have anything, because why? If I had the purse in my hand, then believe you me, Westbury was going to be a 5-star.
A model neighborhood.
A very, 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 very beautiful Lani Ladi area. But unfortunately, I do not hold the purse. I also, just because of governance, and especially our coalition governance,
Yes.
people also needs to understand that we also just, if I'm going to speak politics now, Patriotic Alliance is part of the coalition government.
Right.
And currently, a lot of things is not done the way I, Marilyn Smouse, would want it to be. But automatically, whilst in the government, in the coalition government, we also just need to follow line of march.
Correct, yeah, because you have a mandate and you
Got a
also have
mandate
an
that we need to
ambit.
fulfill,
Yeah.
and all that. So yes.
So yeah, the councillor's job is to act within the ambit of her jurisdiction. You can't go outside of your mandate. However, everything pertaining to your community is your business. When people have an issue, like last week we had a young man in studio, they have a clean up organization, and this thing disturbed me because I didn't know about them. And when I asked about it, it was like, okay, why are people getting contracts from the local government and they're not doing the job in the area? Why do people have to start clean up organizations and yet they have representation? Please talk to me.
We have this challenge now. If I start from Pick It Up to Joburg Water to City Power, City Parks, it's constant fighting. It's constant issues where services are not rendered, and the blame comes back to the ward councillor.
Yes.
I also just wanted to just emphasize on this one a little bit that what the responsibility of a ward councillor is.
Please do.
The responsibility of a ward councillor is to report, to escalate, and then to follow up. Some of the people actually come out here and they think that my hands is as big as the Almighty's, and unfortunately I cannot take the work of the Almighty. What I can do is, because I am merely but a vessel, I can go out there, make sure that all escalations that was reported, calls that has been logged, I can follow up on it, and I can report back to the community. We had this back and forth chat also on discussion on the group chat where people is asking for a lot of things, but the only thing that I can do is report, escalate, and follow up.
You don't have a magic wand.
I know I really don't. And remember when we also speak about Ward 82, remember I've inherited a ward
Yes.
of that. Services has not been rendered.
It's been standing
to call a spade
dormant,
to call a spade, services has not been rendered for over plus 20 years. So now I come in, I'm in office, and I must say, even if I must give myself a pat on the back, hey, I'm visible, I'm on the ground on the daily. Some will dispute,
Yes.
some will say no, she's not doing, but for the year and 4 months, I must say that I've worked this ground tirelessly and every day.
Well, we're going to have to take a short break there. You are tuned in to The Voice, your community online radio station. If there's any listeners out there that would like to ask the councillor some questions, our WhatsApp number is 0735968948. We will be right back after this.
Got a story to tell? A message to share?